Okay, so today the topic is inequality, and we will raise the question: Is inequality inevitable? It is adapted from TED. So, okay, I don't have a link here, but you can type it on the YouTube search tool. So you will find a video, and this is the transcript. So now I will summarize some ideas. Gini index is interesting for me because we can use it to compare the income or wealth distribution of a perfectly equal society to the actual income or wealth distribution. And yeah, I have a phrase here which I find intriguing. Raise a bleak question. So the area of this shape, so talking about Gini index, the area of this shape multiplied by 2 is the Gini index. A Gini of 1 indicates perfect inequality. One person has everything and everyone else has nothing. A Gini index of 0 indicates a perfect equality. But it is not real, and nowadays we haven't seen any real world in which people had the same income. But there are some communist country which promise that in the maybe in the next 30 or 40 or even 50 years they could do this future. Okay, so we're just waiting for that. But we have to keep in mind that Gini index doesn't tell us. It gives us no information about how income and wealth are distributed across genders, races, educational backgrounds, or other demographics. And it doesn't tell us how easy or difficult it is to escape poverty. But it has us, you know, but it has us to have a rough measure of who gets how much in a country. So that's what the Gini index gives us. So I found some fancy words. I know the communism because my country, we are, communist nation. But I found the imperialism and colonialism. Yeah, chủ nghĩa đế quốc and chủ nghĩa nô lệ. Không phải chủ nghĩa nô lệ nhưng mà giai đoạn mà người bóc lột người ấy. So we have imperialism and colonialism. Besides, we had a communism and capitalism. So, and that's because a significant portion of economic inequality is the result of choices that governments make. Let's think about some of these choices. So, throughout the history, we have seen China and the Soviet Union, especially the Soviet Union. They followed the communism, but neither country prospered as much as the world's leading in economies. And then Soviet Union's collapsed in 1991. And nowadays China grew very quickly, right? So we're just waiting for them and see what will happen in the future. And in terms of the capitalist countries, let me see. Really, um, many people can say capitalism is to hoarding enough gold coins just about money. And However, the China index shot up from under 0.4 to over 0.55, and besides, its per capita yearly income jumped from a rough equivalent of 15,000 to 15,000 to really 1,500 to 30,000. And there are some exceptions, like France, Ireland, Netherlands, or Denmark. The Gini index was very low, even just 0.28. So how do they do? How do we do with the high rate of Gini index? So we could increase taxes. The more money you make, the higher your tax rate. And the more progressive your tax system, the more it reduces inequality. And that's why people, a single family, cannot amass over generations. Another way is transfers. Transfers means when the government takes tax revenues from one group of people and gives it to another. Furthermore, the third way is education or healthcare. With a highly educated and healthy workforce, we can command a higher salary on the market. The fourth way is addressing the digital divide. So provide people with the internet access. The fifth way is dealing with the extreme wealth. Multi-billionaires can buy social media platforms, news outlets, policy think tanks, perhaps even politicians. Yeah. So that's why they could threaten the very fabric of the democracy. So yeah, all in all, power and wealth are self-reinforcing, which means that inequality is not good. But because I was instilled, I have learned a lot about the equality in a communist nation. So I have a belief that we could achieve it in the future. It's kind of opposite to this stress script. But of course, we had to weaken the feedback loops of wealth and power concentration. So many of the fantastic phrases here, I will read it one more time. The raise oblique question, Gini index, wealth distribution, imperialism, colonialism, a significant portion of economic inequality, poverty per capita, amass over generations, transfer, command a higher salary on the market, the digital divide, threatening the very fabric of democracy, drastic divides, economic mobility, power and wealth are self-reinforcing, loops of wealth and power concentration. Oh, yeah, and tax mean the more money you make, the higher your tax rate, and the more progressive your tax system, the more it reduces inequality. Or when the government takes tax revenues from one group of people and gives it to another, so it means transfers. Okay, so thank you for your watching today. It is kind of a mess for me because I recorded this video in a hurry, in a rush. So hopefully I can make it better next video. See ya.